Hi guys, welcome to another video of our API automation series. In our previous video, we have already discussed with Cucumber Runner class. What is Cucumber Runner class? What all are the components? What are the use cases of those components? How to use, right? All these things we have already seen in Cucumber Runner class. Also, we have seen that how to configure the extend report, right? And we have used extend report with Spark, right? And also how to get the PDF report or HTML report, right? These are the things that we have seen in our previous video. In this video, we are going to discuss with you what is how to run the test cases, how to run the Cucumber runner out, not directly from the runner class, but we'll be executing from Maven or any you can say command prompt, right? And also we will be going to see that how to configure the GitHub project to with your Jenkins so that whatever changes you push to your Jenkins, whatever changes you push to GitHub, that particular changes get reflected and Jenkins can execute those changes, right? And also we'll be seeing that how to see the reports there in the Jenkins, right? So these are the things that what we are going to see uh, from the Jenkins report of Jenkins job execution. So now, if I talk into the my first point, that is nothing but running the test cases from Maven comment or command prompt, right? Then you guys may come up with some questions that what is the need of this performing test running the test cases from Maven, and why we are not using the Cucumber runner class uh, to run your test case, right? That is something question can arise to you, right? So the thing is, guys, you if I show you that my project, if let's say this is my Cucumber project where I have some test cases, right, which is written in the feature file format. I have this is the features, right. So in general case, how you can execute the test case? Either you will go to the particular feature file, you right click and you can say run as the feature file. It will execute the feature file test cases, or you come to the scenario, you can run execute one by one scenario as from the scenario from the feature file itself, right? And also we have seen that if you maintain the runner class, what it is the advantage of runner class? It is a centralized management of your test cases, nothing but. So where you can configure all your test cases and you can manage what to execute, what not to execute, right? All these things that you can do from the runner class. But still there is something of runner class is a limitation is you have to come always come to this particular class file and then you will be able to execute, right? So that is something we are trying to avoid, because we see tomorrow you have this project, right? But what happened actually, the management team or some other team, they don't have this IntelliJ itself installed, or they don't have any or you are using any other tools like Eclipse or IntelliJ, whatever tool you are using, right? Your upper management team, they may not have that tool, right? Or why they should have they are going to use install the tool, because they are not going to develop any test cases, right? So if they want to execute the test case, then what you are going to do? So for that reason, we have to go for some other, you can see options that how we can execute the test case by without going inside of this particular runner class, without using any particular tool like IntelliJ or Eclipse IDE, right? So that's where your command prompt or Maven is comes into the picture. So how you can execute your test case from by using Maven or command prompt tool? For that, what do we need actually? We need one more plugin there in the. Let's say I'm deleting this particular folder for now. That I'm going to delete the target folder. So for executing the test cases, whatever you have there in the runner class configured, right? So if you want to execute this particular runner class from outside of your project, outside of your this particular IDE, so what I need, we need actually we need to configure our pom.xml file. Okay, inside of this pom.xml file, we can set up the build. Okay, this build you can see inside of the builds, we will see that plugins, right? So we have to add plugin for executing the test cases from outside of the particular tool, IDE tool or somewhere, right? if you want to execute from Maven or somewhere, so you need this particular plugin that is called Surefire plugin, right? So let me quickly go to the internet and get the plugin. Here I can you can see that I'm there already in the Surefire plugin search the Maven project. So here they have given the plugin in the official website. Here you can see, so I have to copy this particular plugin. So what I'll do, I'll copy this particular plugin and I will add here. Okay, here you can see in the configuration part, here you have to include or exclude, right, or include or exclude the test cases or the runner class what you want to go ahead. For now, they have given the sample, but for me, my runner class is my runner. So what I'll do, I'll copy my runner class name, and I'll add to there in the I'll just replace it with my runner class name. So with this, I have configured my runner class into my pom.xml file. Now just let me configure this, mark it down. So once it is get configured, so what happen actually, you will be the project is ready now to get executed from the outside of the tool. So if you want to see, let me take you to outside of the, let's say I'm going to the project path, right? This is the path where I have this project path and I am there in the project path directory. So let me open a command prompt over here. So if you see here, so I can execute Maven and you can see clean test. Okay, if I hit this particular comment, sorry, mvn clean test. Okay, now you can see my execution gets started, and what it will do, it will download all the dependencies and it will run my test cases. You can see it picked up the test case got started, all the JSON response we're getting here, right? You can see uh, the test case is running from outside of the IntelliJ, right? We're not running from the IntelliJ. So you can see all the test case got executed, and also you can see all these JSON response that we have used in our project, right? Now, if you go to that target folder here, you can see instead of this, we can see now we got the report folder, right? Instead of the reports, you can see we are getting the Spark report also as you are getting earlier, right? So here you can see if I open this, we got the result. Awesome, right? So this is how you can execute your test case from by using the command prompt or by using any Maven tool. So we can execute the same thing that we can do from GitHub and Jenkins integration. Let me show you how. What we can do actually, so this is something changes that I have done here. So let me push this code so that we can if you right now, if I go to my GitHub project, this is the project that I have uh, given to you guys, also link the in the YouTube channel, right? So if I go to my pom.xml file, so you won't have that changes right now. So let me push the code here. So what I'll do, I'll go to my commit and I'll add this. So share pipeline get added, and I'll do commit and push, right? So once it get put pushed, just wait for a couple of seconds. So okay, the push is done now. So what we can do, go to my GitHub project and refresh it. Let me refresh. Now you can see we have got this plugin added here into the GitHub repository also, right? Now, so my GitHub repository also ready for using the latest code. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll take you to the Jenkins and there I will try to set up. So here you can see my Jenkins is running into this URL, and from here if I log into this particular Jenkins, so I'll show you. Okay, for now I am assuming that you guys already have some basic knowledge of how to set the Jenkins job and how to set up Jenkins in your system and how to set up job and all these things. If you guys don't know, then if you want me to release any video on this, how to set up Jenkins in your system, then let me know. I'll be happy to release a video on that also. Okay. Anyway, I believe that you guys have some knowledge on this, how to what is Jenkins and how to configure it, right? So I'm doing login with my Jenkins right now. Yeah, this is my dashboard page. What I'll do, I'll create a new job here. So I'll go to new and I'll just go with the freestyle project and let me give a name. So I'll say API, you can say regression suite. Let's say sanity suite. So I'm creating a job here and I'm providing name as API sanity suite job. Okay. And I'll be choosing a freestyle project and let's say okay. So that project will get created and here you can see some of the fields they are providing to configure the project. So let me configure it quickly. What I'll do in the description, I'll just say API sanity job. Okay. And what more thing is I have to add the project directive from where it will pick the job, right? From the source code management SCM. I'll be using GitHub link. So if I go to my GitHub, so this is my GitHub project, and here you and let me copy that URL of my GitHub. So this is the GitHub URL. So let me add this repository, right? Okay, so GitHub repository is added here. So if I scroll down here, you can see by default is it is taking picking the master branch. So I have to ensure that the branch we have there that is similar to it. So here you can see I have master branch also. If in case in your case it is a different, it is a main or some other branches, so you can specify the branch name there itself. Okay, for me it is a master, so I'm leaving it as it is. Now next thing is one more important thing is build step. Okay, so build step means how you are going to build this project, right? So I have already shown you that how to execute the project in the by using the command prompt. So we can use the similar here. So what we'll do, we'll use this execute Windows badge command. Okay, here you can pass the maven command or even a command line prompt command that you can do here. So here we can see Maven MVN clean test. Okay. So the same command that we have used earlier there for executing the test, we are using the same here. And yeah, that's all. And let's see what we can do actually. Let's apply and save it. So my project is got created. If you go to the dashboard page, you can see that this is the latest job that I have created right now, right? And if you want to execute the test case, here you can see we have one execution button. You can execute directly from here, or if you go inside of this particular project job that I have created, you can execute from here build now also, right? So whatever you prefer, you can go ahead with that. That is not an issue. So let me click on this particular button and you can see here one job got started. If you click on it and here you can see you are getting options. If you go to console output, you will be able to see the output what's running there in the background, right? Here you can see we are getting all the output. My test is got started and you can see all this output also. It is taking what we have written there in the feature file. You can see the JSON response also we are able to see here, right? So our test is getting executed. Now let's wait a couple of seconds. It is completed, right? Finish the job. Now let's go back and see. You can see our job is successfully got executed. That's why it is showing is green colored. Okay. If I go to the dashboard, you can see it is showing the success. But one thing, guys, if you try to see any report, right? What is the execution result, right? How we can understand that what happened during the execution. So for that reason we are right now we are not able to see any report here, right? So for that reason we have to configure the cucumber with Jenkins so that we should be able to see what happened there with the execution, right? So how we can configure that Jenkins cucumber report? For now, let's say if I go to and try to configure my job, here you can see one option we have on the section post build actions, right? Post build actions, what it does after your build completed, what you want to perform with your job, right? So for now, what we'll do, once my job is completed, we want to publish the report, right? So we want to generate the Cucumber report. So for that reason, we have to come to this post build actions, and if you see that from the drop down here, we are able to see Cucumber reports, right? This is something is needed. This, if it is this Cucumber report is not showing you guys, so what you can do actually, you can go to your project, you can go to your dashboard page, and from your Jenkins label here you can see manage Jenkins, and you go to the plugin, okay, and here you can see I am going to the plugins and install plugin or available plugin. Install plugin, if I search Cucumber report, it is already installed for me, so that's why I am able to see. But if it is not installed for you, you won't be able to see that particular Cucumber report, right? So what you can do, you can go to that available plugins and you can search for Cucumber report, and you will be getting the results. From that you can install the plugin, okay. So let me go, for me it is already installed, so I do not need to reinstall the plugin. What I'll do right now, I'll go to my project, this job, and I'll do the configuration. So what I'll do, let's go to the configuration and post build actions. There you can see I have an option called Cucumber reports, right? Once you click on this, you will get an option advanced, right? Here you come to here, and you will see that there is an option, it is asking for uh, pattern for including the JSON file, right? This is the JSON file that we are generating during the test case execution. I have already shown you guys in Cucumber Runner, we are we are generating one JSON report, right? This is something JSON report which is getting generated into your target folder inside reports. Here you can see that JSON report which is containing actually all the details of your test case execution, right? So this is something is going to be used by that uh, particular plugin, okay. So we have to pass the report name, it is generating with the name Cucumber report. So we can use this particular report name and Cucumber report.json, and we can ask to generate the report for it, right? And here in the report title you can pass the report name. So API, let's say API, let's say sanity execution report. You can provide any title as per your choice. It is actually basically will show how the report title, okay. Now if you come to the below, these values you can just directly set to 0, okay. Okay, now all become 0 and nothing need to be changed. If you want to set some additional information, you can always explore these options, and you can use, like here I will show that mark field as not failing status, mark skipped as not failing status. All these things you can explore, and you can get it handy with you, okay. For me, I'll just go ahead with this the setup we have done. I'll click on apply, save, and my changes are saved right now, right? For now, that first job we have executed, we are not able to see any report. But now if I execute once again the job, now you can see what happened. So my second job is running now. You can see here, if you go to console output, we are getting the output here. Let's it get executed. Okay, so you can see the test is getting executed now. Let's wait for its completion, then we will go back. Okay, okay, perfect. Our build is finished. It is got executed completely. Let me go back. So I'll go to the my sanity job here. My second test is second job is also executed. Now you can see we are getting one extra component here, Cucumber report, right? This is something we are getting here. Also here you can see one more tab we are getting at the left side, Cucumber reports, right? And it is showing the name that you have configured API sanity report, right? Execution report. Now, if you click on this particular report, now it is showing you that it is showing you Cucumber report. Okay. Now you can see how this Cucumber report got generated there in the your Jenkins pipeline, Jenkins job, right? So you can go inside of this particular scenarios and you can see what all the steps got executed, right? So all this information you will be getting from here also, right? So this is how guys Cucumber reporting you can see there from the Jenkins job execution. So whatever the features got executed, you will be able to see that those features here in the Cucumber report also. So this is how you can see that Cucumber jobs being configured in the Jenkins, and how to execute jobs in Jenkins, right? So one more thing, guys. So what happen actually once you configure your job? This job is configured now. You if you want to execute, you can go ahead with the build and you can execute. One more thing I want to show you here in the configuration part. If you want to schedule your job, right? Let's say I want to execute in every day or in a specific time, then what you can do actually, you can go to this build triggers. There is one more option, and if you go to the build triggers, there you can see we are getting these are the options we have: trigger builds remotely or trigger after other project are build periodically, right? So what you can use this build periodically option. So you have to configure here how much frequency you want to execute your job. Either you want to job execute the job in daily basis, or you want to execute on a particular time, right? Or any you can say any one day, we work weekly twice or thrice. What is the frequency? What is the frequency that you want to execute a job? If you need any help, you can just click on this particular helps and you can get all the information about this particular parameter, right? So also schedule, you if you click on it here, you can see that the format, in which format you have to pass the data. You have to pass the data into a minute, hour, DOM, date of month, then month and date of week. Right? So they have given couple of example, but if you go through these examples, you will be able to see how you can schedule your job, right? One of the example I will show you that here they have given the first example. If you use this format, then what happen actually, every 15 minutes it will execute the job, right? This part is talks about the minute. This part is talk about the first part is your minute, right? So it is if you say is by 15, then in every 15 minutes it will execute the job. Similarly, you can see for this one what it is saying, every 10 minutes in the first half for every hour, right? So every 10 minutes of the first hour of every hours, right, it will execute the job. Similarly, you can go through these particular settings and you can explore that how you can connect, right? So what if you want to just execute the test case on daily basis, so you can use this format 1 to 5, in the sense only weekdays it will get executed, right? And here you can configure the time, that what time it should get executed, and this is something uh, which is significant for the min hour, right? So here one more example you can see, once in every 2 hours slot between 8 to 4. So for that, how you can configure, this is one of the configuration, right? So you can just play around with this, guys. If you, let's say if I copy this, what happened, and if I configure it here, so you can see if I have added, so you can say my next job will run Monday, July. This is the timeline, right? If you want, let's say I'm removing this with star, right? So I have to use that star. Let me change the time from here. I don't want to say by 2. So let's see what it is saying, that it is job run when it will get executed. Or if you want to say, let's say I want to execute the job in between 23 and 24, means hour 23 and hour 24, means night time 11 and 24 in between, right? The format 24 is invalid. Okay, so you cannot pass this 24. Let's say it is 23 and this 22, right? So this is how you can configure your job. The last value is signifying that you want to execute on a weekend basis, sorry, weekdays basis only, not on the weekends. If you leave it as a star, then it will execute on all days, right? In the seven weekly 7 days only. But if you want to execute in between these days, so if let's say 1, 2, 3, so it will execute not this 1, 2, 5. Oops, I think I should not use this parenthesis. Yeah, now that's correct. So if you use this particular format, the job will get scheduled and it will automatically get executed every weekends in between this time. Now you can see how useful it is when you are scheduling your job by using Jenkins, right? So if I say apply and save, every day in between that particular time frame it will get executed. So this is how people schedule their jobs in their particular real-time project, right? So this is one of the use cases that I have shown you guys. So with this, we are done with this particular today's topic. So we have already covered that how to execute test case by using Maven and command prompt. Also, we have seen that how to configure GitHub project with your Jenkins and how to execute the Jenkins job and how to configure the Cucumber report from Jenkins job execution, right? These all the things that we have seen, guys. If you still have any confusions, any issues, any challenges, then let me know. I'll definitely be happy to help you guys. And I uh, and very soon I'm going to release another video about this completion of the API series, and we'll be continuing with some other videos also. And do let me know what you are thinking. And thank you guys. Thank you for watching my video. And I wish you all the success. Thank you guys. Thank you. Bye.